about breastfeeding today. Breastfeeding is something that is near and dear to my heart. I believe that every baby should be breastfed for the first 12 months of life, especially given all the research that is done on it that proves that it is definitely the best thing for a baby for the first 12 months. I myself have 2 kids. One is Rosie. I'd like to introduce you today. She is 6 years old, and she had breast milk for the first 4 or 5 months of her life. Say hi. Hi. My other one is almost 9 months old, and her name is Sophia, and she is currently breastfed and has been breastfed her entire life. This is Sophie. I would like to explain how I feel about breastfeeding and ask all of you to be advocates for breastfeeding mothers. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the very bottom need and most important is physiological. It is the food and water that help sustain life. When a baby is born, it needs food to survive. Babies can't chew, as we all know as parents, so they need some kind of liquid that provides all the stuff to help them grow and survive for the entire first year of their life. At womenshealth.gov, their breastfeeding fact sheet states that breast milk has disease-fighting cells in it called antibodies that help protect kids from germs and illnesses, and even from sudden infant death syndrome, also known as SIDS. Also in my research, I found an article by Laura Zeller in the Springfield News-Sun that stated how breast milk has components that aid in digestion and promote growth for babies. In my experience, my babies are very, very healthy. This one has never been sick in her 9 months of life, and Rosie has fought off many illnesses, pretty simple illnesses, within a day or 2. She's never had anything real serious. And I can't say that that's all because of breastfeeding, but I definitely think it plays a big part. In comparison to other parents that I know that have not breastfed their kids, my kids are definitely very much healthier. They don't stay home from school very often from sicknesses, and their parents don't have to take off work, or I don't have to take off work as much as the other parents do. Sometimes breastfeeding gets a bad rep. The Kansas law states, and I would like to quote it for you, that breast milk is widely acknowledged to be the most complete form of nutrition for infants, with a range of benefits for infants' health, growth, immunity, and development, and has also been shown to improve maternal health and bonding, in addition to contributing to society at large through economic and environmental gains. It is therefore the public policy of Kansas that a mother's choice to breastfeed should be supported and encouraged to the greatest extent possible. A mother may breastfeed any place she has the right to be. Sometimes the media doesn't portray breastfeeding as good as it should be, I think. Even with the law stating that mothers may breastfeed and they are encouraged to breastfeed anywhere they have a right to be, sometimes there's these stories that pop up of mothers that get looked down on because of breastfeeding, even as natural as it is. For example, ABC News had a story recently where a mother was on vacation on an airplane, and before she went on vacation, she asked Delta Airlines their policy on breastfeeding. They had stated that she may only breastfeed with a cover, but her baby did not like to use a cover, which I can definitely sympathize with. When she had said that her baby does not like to use a cover, Delta Airlines suggested over Twitter that she could pump her breast milk before the flight and feed her baby with a bottle. This created a media frenzy. Many mothers and breastfeeding advocates stood up for this woman until Delta Airlines publicly apologized and allowed the mother to breastfeed. I think this is an important story, even though I don't believe that this issue should be brought up for debate. It is not a worldwide debate. It should just be that the law states the mother can breastfeed. Breastfeeding is a natural thing that's healthy for our babies, and it's been proven to be healthy for our babies, and it shouldn't be a debate at all. There was a survey done by the Kansas Division of Nutrition, Physical Activity, and Obesity, found at cdc.gov, called Maternity Practices in Infant Nutrition and Care Survey. It showed that 93% of prenatal classes in Kansas include breastfeeding education. And that 77% of hospitals in Kansas offer breastfeeding assistance after a baby is born. These numbers are pretty great, and have shown the long way that we've come to show that breastfeeding is normal. But it is not far enough. I believe these numbers should be 100%. This is why I'm asking all of you to become breastfeeding advocates. It is important that we all speak up for these babies that cannot speak up for themselves. Okay, so breastfeeding is definitely a natural thing. I want to talk about how natural it is, because even across species, all mammals breastfeed. It is something that you really don't need anything for. Your body produces it. How much more natural can you get? Breastfeeding also offers bonding with your baby in a certain way that you can't get from anything else. It is nice to be able to sit down and breastfeed my baby and just focus on my family and the importance of caring for my children and my family in this fast-paced life I live sometimes. Definitely, breastfeeding saves money. This is another important point I'd like to bring up. Because if you can imagine, formula costs about $15 to $30 a can, and you feed a baby a whole can of formula in about a week. In 12 months' time, that could add up to a lot of money. So by breastfeeding, I'm saving very much a lot of money. Another point I'd like to make is that breastfeeding saves time. I can just sit down and feed my baby, and I don't have to mix up formula. I don't have to go to the store and buy any formula. All I have to do is just feed her when she's hungry. Going on vacation recently, it was very easy to pack for my baby. All she needed was some diapers, some wipes, and some clothes, and pretty much that was it. In conclusion, I would like to state that breastfeeding is definitely the most natural thing that I've ever done, and it's very important for my babies and for my family. And I'd like each of you to support breastfeeding. If you were to have any more babies, please breastfeed them. And any other babies that you may know of that are being born, be the voice for them, because they cannot speak for themselves. And the research shows that it's definitely the best thing for them for the first 12 months of life. So I'd like for you to advocate for them. Thank you all so much for your time. It's very appreciated.